Joy is vibrantly alive peace. It isn't some fiery romance, it isn't some intense feeling of ecstasy. If we are at peace, some days will be vibrant, some days will be duller. But reaching this peaceful state, we will now more consistently be having vibrant days too. Fulfilling both requirements easily this way, joyfulness would be more consistent this way. Peace is the largest obstacle for us. In this world where betterment and improvement is preached, satisfaction is something that eludes us. Self-improvement is to be appreciated. However, who is to judge how much is beyond sufficiency? Lao Tzu says in the Tao Te Ching, there is no greater pain than being unsatisfied with who we are. There is no greater pain than being unsatisfied with what we have. Striving to earn more money, to buy more things, to get new things, striving even harder to find our faults, to fix ourselves. This endless pursuit, when does this eventually seem over excessive? We find faults in things that we have, in how we are, needlessly trying to right all wrongs, make things right. There is no limit to our desires. Having our desires be unsatiated, we will always feel a sense of lack, a sense of not being enough. Problems are a human construct. Collectively, attaching labels to circumstances as desirable and undesirable, we strive to reach perfection. If perfection isn't even a possibility, universally speaking, how can we attain inner peace? See, viewing problems that presents to us as a threat causes us to feel threatened. Viewing imperfections as a flaw makes us feel incomplete. Humans' perceptions are very subjective. What one person views as a problem may be seen as insignificant to another. What one person perceives as a flaw may not even register as one to another. What is essential is having our own thoughts, convincing, persuading, reassuring as it may seem. We perceive the reality with our own perception. The secret to being at ease with yourself is to only value your own perception of yourself. Feelings of inadequacy and insufficiency, they are derived from perceptions of us by others. Since there isn't a constant in the definition of what perfection is, it implies that realities of others are not to be agreed upon. Believing others' reality is then a fruitless endeavor. We are not obligated to live up to others' expectations of who they want us to be. Being persuaded by their expectations makes us live life feeling inadequate. Every day following what society at large dictates as good or bad, we can easily fall prey to losing our self-worth. Being at peace with oneself is easy to accomplish. It is about changing your own self-belief. We all dictate our own standards for what we view as being enough is. So if we simply lower our standards of what being relatively enough is, not just in ourselves but also in others, it makes us view others in a kind of light. We should also then perceive ourselves as being enough by doing this. So the secret behind finding peace in yourself and others is to simply lower your own standards and expectations. Not to be fooled into believing others' truth. If everyone has a unique perception of what success is, there isn't a standard or expectations to adhere to. Being rich is success, maybe. Being happily married is success, maybe. Having kids all grown up is success, maybe. Living till 80 years old is success, maybe. If the definition of success is so varied, how varied would the term perfection be? The countless criteria we are expected to meet, owning a private business, being a filial son, being a loving husband, being a doting dad, playing all these roles of a perfect character in every sense of the word possible, not only is it draining, it's impossible to sustain. So by simply lowering our standards to maybe having a well-paying job, having a loving family, having a helpful friend group, having an interesting hobby, lowering the threshold of what is enough to fulfill us, We can then truly appreciate the small things in life, be it intentional or not, effortless or not. Thinking of it as a blessing of good fortune, we can then move through life slowly, enjoying every single moment. Setting our own standard is vitally important, since every person perceives the world differently. Ultimately, their perception is the only truth to themselves. Reducing the expectations of what they can give and what they may receive, each of these give and takes exchanges takes on a more nuanced and relative meaning.